from the Central Newsroom. Police are searching homes in Newcastle-under-Lyme this evening as part of their investigation into terror attacks in London and Glasgow. Meanwhile, a man and a woman arrested by Midlands anti-terror officers on the M6 last night are being questioned in London. The region's airports are on high alert, and Chris James has the latest. Chris.
Well, Lou, it's 24 hours since that Jeep was rammed into the front of Glasgow Airport, bursting into flames, and security here at airports in the Midlands is extremely tight. And the big question on everyone's lips has to be, could that happen here? Well, according to one terrorism expert from Wolverhampton, Birmingham International could very well be next. So, police are taking no chances tonight. There are high visibility armed officers wherever you go at the airport here in Birmingham, and some of the routes in and out of the airport are closed to traffic. With the security level in Britain now set to critical, anti-terror chiefs are warning that another attack could very well be imminent.
As passengers arrived for their flights, queues began to build, and at times right back to the M42 as vehicles were diverted away from the terminal building. Some, worried they'd miss their flights, ditched their lifts and walked the rest of the way.
Have you been delayed at all?
Yes, in the traffic as we've entered the airport.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's a terrible society we live in, isn't it?
It's better that there are extra checks and there are delays than a bomb going off and no one doing checks.
When people come here, they should expect to spend a little bit more time getting into the airport, and please do think about where you're going to set down, drop people off, put your car into the car park if you possibly can.
Meanwhile, there are similar scenes at East Midlands Airport and Coventry Airport tonight. The terminal buildings are closed off to traffic and armed police are patrolling the entry roads. It's been a tough test for Britain's new Home Secretary Jackie Smith, MP for Redditch, who chaired a meeting with Cobra this afternoon, the Emergency Response Committee, about the attacks.
I'd like to thank the British public both for their vigilance and for their good humour in dealing with those security issues. As the Prime Minister said this morning, we won't, as the British people, be intimidated, and we won't let anybody stop us getting on with our lives.
Overnight, officers from West Midlands and Cheshire Police arrested a man and woman on the M6 in Staffordshire. They're now being held in London for questioning. And the situation is still developing. Within the last 2 hours, anti-terrorism officers have been searching a number of properties in Newcastle-under-Lyme as part of the same investigation into the terrorist attacks in London and Glasgow. Chris James, Central News.
A woman's body has been found in the River Severn at Ironbridge.